What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another review as promised. I'm reviewing the newest Guy Ritchie film, and that's why I did The Man from U.N.C.L.E. in spirits of this movie, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. So check it out.
Give him something big to think about.
You wanted a prophecy. This is your prophecy. The man who pulled sword from stone. Behold, you're born king.
Alright guys, so starting with the film, to be perfectly honest guys, I wasn't really excited for the film. I saw the first trailer and I was like, eh. And then I was like, Guy Ritchie, I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, but I was like, eh. You know, I've only seen Snatch from his filmography before. And then I was like, Charlie Hunnam, eh? You know, so I was like, okay, whatever, it's one of these movies. But then the second trailer hit, and I was like, I'm in. I don't know what it did differently or whatever. I don't know if it was Led Zeppelin, but I don't know. I just got really into this movie. I was like, what the heck? I can't wait. And then I saw The Lost City of Z with Charlie Hunnam, and I was like, you know what? I didn't mind him Pacific Rim. I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, but Pacific Rim, he was alright in that one. But in this movie, The Lost City of Z, I was like, you know what? He did a pretty solid performance. I really liked him in this. And then, like as you guys know, I reviewed The Man from U.N.C.L.E. because I was going to review this film. And I was like, I enjoyed that movie. You know, if you guys saw my review, I really enjoyed that movie. So I was like, this just made it, you know, a lot more, you know, made me a lot more hyped for the film going into it. And did it live up to the expectations? Well, I think it did. It met my expectations. It didn't, you know, pass them or whatever, but I think it met my expectations. I really like this film. So the film stars Charlie Hunnam and these next guys. I'm probably gonna butcher their name, but the first girl is Astrid Bergès-Frisbey. I'll put the name right here. I don't know how to say it, but hopefully I did it justice. Jamin Hansen. He's been in a lot of great movies. I remember being in Guardians of the Galaxy, Blood Diamond, and Master and Commander, I believe so. But then we have like Eric Bana, Jude Law, and Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. And his name is not Aston, but Aidan Gillen or something like that. But yeah, as far as the story, I mean, I kind of liked how this film played around with the lore of like King Arthur and adding like a lot of magical and mystical creatures and stuff like that, like huge elephants and like giant snakes. And there was this one scene, I won't really spoil for you guys, but it was really cool to see all these type of like creatures and stuff like that. And then I guess I'll go, well, finishing off with the story. I really liked seeing his progression, and I think this is due in Charlie Hunnam's performance. I thought he was great in this. You know, not Oscar worthy, but he was great. His ascent from, you know, just this guy, he was trying to living a normal life essentially, because he was, you know, a kid. He doesn't really remember anything. He was doing good in his life. He was content, and then he's just thrown into this whole mix. And yeah, man, and that mixed with the creatures, like I said, with the magic and stuff like that, I really liked his descent to King, obviously, and that's not a spoiler because it's called King Arthur. So I really liked the story in that aspect. Moving on with the cinematography, I thought there was some great cinematography, some great shots, especially with those creatures. So I really liked the cinematography. But I will say that I don't really like the visual effects as much. I mean, everything looked great, but I feel like they could have done a little bit better. Some things kind of look like video game-ish, and that's not good in a movie. So I think they could have done a little bit better there. As far as for side characters, I really like some of them. There are some of his friends, and then like Jamin Hansen's friends and stuff like that, and with like Littlefinger and stuff like that. They did good in their performances as well. And yeah, going on with the villain, Jude Law was really interesting. He's always amazing, by the way, but I liked his character. Like, they actually, in this movie, they gave him bits and pieces, like, to kind of expand, you know. They didn't just say, okay, he's the villain, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, I find in some movies, they just, you know, don't really care about the villain. He's not the greatest villain, but they gave him some stuff to do, and I liked him as the villain. And as far as, like I said, the cinematography, touched on the story, the characters and the villain, Something that I really did like is the style of Guy Ritchie. I don't know why, like everything I just said, but mixed with Guy Ritchie's, like, there's a part of the movie, I'm not gonna spoil it to you, but they're using like that thing he does where like he retraces like the story and stuff like that. He goes back, okay, well, go back. Like, I thought this happened. Like, okay, well, what happened before this? The guy was telling Charlie Hunnam's character, well, King Arthur, or Arthur, and it was just so cool to see that style. There's slow-mo things and fast-paced things. Like, it was so cool to have Guy Ritchie. I feel like he was a perfect choice for this incarnation of King Arthur because of his style. And again, like I said, I really like the acting. It wasn't nothing groundbreaking and stuff like that. Like I said, Jude Law was great. Charlie Hunnam was great. Even Eric Bana, he doesn't have that much big of a role, but it was great to see him in like one of these films again. I loved him in Troy. And yeah, all around, especially the girl too. I thought she really did it. Astrid, she did really good in her part as the mage and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I really had a good time. It met my expectations. It didn't blow me away or anything like that. So my final score has to be a 7.5. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. If you're looking to go into this kind of world, magical and mystical world, and then King Arthur, and you're looking to kind of like, if you're on the fence of Charlie Hunnam or on the fence about this film, I say go watch it. Give it a chance. I think it's worth it, So, alright guys, that's going to conclude my review of King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Tell me what you guys thought down below, if you guys agree with me or don't agree with me. And, anything about the story you liked or anything about the film at all. So, as always guys, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TheRealTalk, Talk with the K's. And as always guys, I'll see you at the movies. Peace.